are live.
Hey! Must be the money.
Really? Chris, give us a song.
No.
Come on.
I mean...
Come on.
No.
Come on, buddy.
Can't do
Please.
it. Can't be done.
Por
Can't be
favor.
done. Huh?
Try.
You try.
You try.
You try.
Episode 48. The episode where Matthew's great and Chris sucks. See? That was easy.
Okay.
Just saying.
Hey, I figured it out.
You did. I'm proud of you, buddy. Ugh. The paintings come alive.
It's my house, too.
Seriously.
Yeah, you ready to start this stuff, Chris?
Hell to the yeah.
L to the Izzle?
Yeah.
Cause we're cool like that?
No.
Chris. Come on, bro. Anyway.
You got to change this picture of us that's on the YouTube page. Yeah, it's not great.
I thought I had updated it to our actual logo. I'll worry about it next time.
We'll worry about it. Never is what you mean.
Yeah, props.
Yeah, I know.
Chris, did you
I
know
what's up.
Did you know that Super Mario Run's coming out?
No, is that
comes
like
out tomorrow.
This month?
It comes out tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, son. The new mobile.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Neat.
Yeah, you know you want it.
No, I really don't.
Actually, I bet this is like the kind of game that's like right all up in your alley.
Yeah? Why's that?
I don't know. Casual. It's fun, quick, and easy to play. It's an auto runner.
I like how casual is your first word.
Well, I am talking about you.
I am the filthiest casual.
I need to get you a nice webcam because you are blurry. It's like I'm watching Showtime porn as a young child.
Oh, it's not that bad.
And I might see a nipple every now and then.
You want to see a nipple.
I mean, I'm looking at it on a different computer. It doesn't look that bad.
Everyone wants to see nipples. Anyone who claims otherwise is a fool.
Nipples are the best.
They are. That's factual. Anyway.
That is factual.
Chris.
What?
Let's get started.
What's up?
Because we got stuff to talk about. Probs.
Well, usually.
Why don't you hit us up with some audio and junk?
Some what?
Some news. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah. Here's the audio. I'm talking to you right now.
Yeah, shush your butt.
All right. So here's the news. David Ayer, the phenomenal director of Suicide Squad and the master trickster who got Jared Leto to be the Joker, will direct the Gotham City Sirens movie with
That's
Harley Quinn. I'm sorry, what was that?
That will never happen?
Oh, it's more likely to happen than it's ever been at any point in history. So,
okay, sure.
Patrick Wilson,
Pulling a Chris.
who you might remember as what?
I'm pulling on you. I'm skeptical of its existence.
Okay, good. Be skeptical. Skeptics last longer. Patrick Wilson, who we remember as Night Owl from the Watchmen movie, will be Orm in the Aquaman movie.
I did see that.
So
That's pretty cool.
neat.
You're neat.
Hugh Jackman took a pay cut to make Logan rated R,
That is true.
which good. It should be. We should have at least one good R-rated Logan movie in our lifetime.
That's what I've always enjoyed is when the actor or actress is so invested in making it good that they will take a price cut because you know what? What's really like how much of a price cut it doesn't matter. The man's making so much money, it's probably a drop in the bucket to him.
Probably. I mean, I can't imagine how much it would cost, but he's been Wolverine for like 17 years now. He's good. We don't need to worry about him. All new Wolverine will survive resurrection.
Good.
So this same creative team, and she gets a new costume, which is kind of like an Uncanny X-Force costume. So that's fine.
Sure.
Powerless will be debuting in February, and its synopsis is slightly changing because the insurance company is now a subsidiary of Wayne Security, which gives it a tie into Batman and all that kind of nonsense. So that's neat.
Okay.
We have our first trailer for Spider-Man Homecoming. Cool.
Yeah, that trailer. Let's talk about that trailer.
That's a good trailer.
That is a damn good trailer. First of all,
Tom Holland's pretty great.
Tom Holland is great, but you know who's really great?
Who?
Michael Keaton is the Vulture.
He's very sinister. I kind of really love it.
Can we just talk about the irony of the man who played Birdman, a movie that made fun of this exact same type of thing, is now playing an evil Birdman in a movie that takes it seriously?
Yes, basically.
I have to think that part of that was intentional on his part to take that role. Like, he had to know. He had to.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
There's just
but you know what else he had to take into effect on that role?
The fact that he really needed money and getting that Marvel.
The giant stack of cash they backed up to his house. He's not made of stone.
No, he's not. He's also not made of much at the moment. The man needs money.
Hey, he was a new RoboCop.
Was he?
Yes.
Yes,
he was.
Honestly can't remember. Sometimes I forget that's a movie.
Yes, me too. Except I see it on sale every day. Based off the success of the Spider-Man Homecoming trailer, Spider-Man Homecoming 2's release date has been announced for July 5th of 2019.
Oh my god, look, does anyone ever really just think that maybe they're jumping the gun on this? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm very excited, and I think having to be part of the Marvel Universe means that it's going to have the longevity and success that it needs. But come on, guys, you're basing this off of hype on a trailer? Come on.
Well, I think they were like,
comes out.
I bet they looked at it and was like, Spider-Man Homecoming's probably going to be a hit. Let's pencil in Homecoming 2 for 2019.
Yeah, I guess
it's far too early. So, speaking of Old Man Logan, Ryan Reynolds really wants a Deadpool and Wolverine team up movie that I just think is not happening ever.
No, it's not. Although if anyone could do it, it'd be them.
Sure, but I think the time's passed. Speaking of which, there's a mysterious X movie that's going to start filming in spring.
Sure.
We don't know which one it is. We don't know who's in it or anything about it. Just that it's filming.
Hello. You. What was that?
That was you. What did you do?
It was a Comcast pop-up.
Oh, lovely. Going back to Resurrection, James Robinson and Carlos Pacheco are going to be doing a Cable series bouncing from that.
Who?
Cable.
Oh, okay. For a second you said Cable, and I picked Cable, like the TV type.
Oh, no, I mean Cable, the pouch guy.
The dumb guy. Gotcha.
He's not dumb.
Okay. Chris, explain to me in 2 sentences what Cable's backstory and powers are.
Cable is an Omega-level telepath, telekinetic child of Scott Summers and Jean Grey from a far-flung future.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a techno-organic virus.
Sure.
That's it. I did it.
Okay.
Some movies are getting some fresh, hot titles. Pacific Rim 2 is now Pacific Rim Uprising.
Okay. Which I always like
American
titles over numbers. I just do.
I do too. American Godzilla 2 is now Godzilla King of Monsters.
Which I know makes you super happy.
I'm so psyched. And Detective Pikachu is changing its name from Detective Pikachu to Pokemon's Detective Pikachu.
Okay, that's less cool.
Yeah. Detective Pikachu is perfect. It tells you everything you need to know in like 1 second.
Yeah, you're playing a detective game as Pikachu who can talk to humans.
Yes.
Yes.
Molly Ringwald will be Archie's mom in Riverdale.
I saw that. I saw that today. Very
Boy,
excited.
Riverdale's fascinating.
Riverdale is going to be amazing.
It's either going to be great or a huge mess. I'm not sure which. Wonder Woman is no longer a UN ambassador after backlash hit it from online petitions.
Okay.
Yeah, basically a misguided view of a ridiculously proportioned white woman as a UN ambassador didn't go over well. So,
Josh is trying,
it's
but it's not letting him join.
who?
Josh, that's weird.
That is weird. Remember I told you R.L. Stine was writing a mystery Marvel book?
Yep.
Well, it's going to be Man-Thing.
Oh, okay. I'm good.
I'm still like, shouldn't he have been doing this in the 90s when he was like popular?
Yeah, I guess maybe this is his way to try and get back into relevance.
I mean, maybe.
I don't know.
Finally, the Hanna-Barbera series that DC is doing are so popular, we are getting a couple of crossovers in annual form in the next year.
Okay.
We have Suicide Squad crossing over with the Banana Splits, which I don't know anything about the Banana Splits.
What?
We have Green Lantern crossing over with Space Ghost.
Okay. I saw that.
Which I don't get Space Ghost except for like coast to coast version. So Adam Strange is crossing over with Future Quest, and possibly most exciting, Booster Gold is crossing over with the Flintstones.
Okay. That is
And there's going to be a Jetsons backup at the end of it too.
All right. Huh. Okay.
They're going to imply that the robot maid is actually their George Jetson's grandmother, and her brain was put into the robot. That's what I got from the solicits.
Okay.
And that's it.
That's all the news that's fit to steal?
Yes.
I do like your tagline.
Well, it's the best tagline I got.
It's the best tagline you've ever made.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Chris. Hold on, I gotta send him the link again. All right.
Well,
So there's you want to talk some comics, bro, before we move on?
briefly, yeah. I like the way we did it last week, so I think we should do it that way again.
I agree.
This week, I didn't get a chance to finish reading everything because we're on a time crunch.
Because you're a butt.
You're a butt. So I picked up Old Man Logan, which I'm really liking this kind of side story.
Okay, see,
for vampires.
On the complete opposite end of the spectrum, I wanted to just return this book. This little 2-part story was dumb. It had bad art comparatively, and I could not care at all about the storyline. Like, I know the Monster Squad on both DC and Marvel is your jam. That is that is what gets your jollies off. Because I know you were a big fan of Superman's Frankenstein thing,
Sure.
but the story was poor, and I don't know. I enjoyed nothing about this issue. I was like so happy to hear that it was done after 2 parts, and that I would not have to ever deal with that again. I don't know. Maybe if the art was better, like maybe if Sorrentino was actually drawing it, he'd make me care.
Well, it's hard to say because Sorrentino's like such an amazing artist.
Because he draws
everyone,
the cover, and you're just like, oh damn, that's what's up.
Everyone kind of pales in comparison to him.
Yeah, but this new guy, it's the same kind of guy that makes the Flash look bad. It's way too sketchy, and the really weird proportions. Like the way Jubilee looks in every panel is just weird. I don't know. I did not like it at all.
That's fine. I enjoyed it, and I like that it's kind of a little break for Old Man Logan from the other stories it's had going on. I picked up the Flash. I thought this was the final thing of the Dark Speed of Darkness.
Yes.
I thought this was an unremarkable story arc.
Yes. I'm glad again it was
Yes, it was perfectly fine. It was just very unassuming. That's all I got for it. I got clean.
My thing with
I'm
it.
sorry, what?
It just seemed like a very useless waste of Shade as a character.
Yes.
It's completely unnecessary.
Yes, and I wish they would just kind of leave the Shade alone.
Yeah. Or at least like give him something worthy of doing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. It's very odd.
I mean, like the last Shade miniseries was so good, and if they were to do things like that periodically, that would be great. But he needs to be retired, just like Jack Knight Starman needs to be retired. Like is retired. Like he doesn't exist.
Right.
And maybe the Shade doesn't need to exist either.
I mean, you're not wrong. I just I wish they would do better by him. That's all.
Same. Absolutely.
What else you got?
I got Daredevil, number 14. The end of this creepy art story. I forget what it's called.
Best issue of this run of Daredevil I've read yet.
I absolutely agree.
I believe he's an Inhuman, right? That's why the Inhumans were so invested in him?
I believe so.
Or is he just like a killer? Also, he has a great name. Muse.
Yes. I think he's an Inhuman, although honestly I could not remember from the earlier issues.
All I know is, I wonder where they're going to go with Blind Spot after this.
I don't know. Maybe he could be it depends what the Inhumans do to him.
Oh man, I don't know. Son, that was just a dark issue, and I really enjoyed it.
I absolutely agree. I mean, it's hard when you have Daredevil after coming off such a great run with Wade and Somni. So books had an uphill battle, and it's done some really neat things. But this is the first really great issue of it so far.
I agree.
Yeah. The next book I got is Clean Room, number 15.
I thought you were dropping Clean Room.
I keep thinking I am, and then I keep getting sucked back in. So
okay, see, I didn't get it because you told me we were done with it. So what am I missing?
Whoops. It's still really fucked up. This issue is about Astrid's number one fan, who's a person who captures and kidnaps stray women and kills them because he's obsessed with Astrid. It's really upsetting. Continuing the year of upsetting comics,
right?
I don't know. There's something about it that it kind of just it's holding on by the fingertips, and sometimes I forget that I'm not getting it like I did this week. So,
okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, I really wish I knew how to invite people. Like, you just clicked the link, right, and it added you in.
Yeah.
Josh says, whenever I send the link, it says we're off air.
Maybe it's one of those things where we all need to be on before we start the broadcast.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Weird.
I also picked up No Mercy number 12.
Yeah? Wait.
Yes.
That came out this week?
Yes. It was on Comixology at any rate.
Aw.
Did you not get it?
No.
Oh.
I didn't even know it was it.
Well, it is.
Well, that sucks.
It's really good. Still, No Mercy's really good.
Oh man!
And there is a twist coming. That's going to make the book really exciting. The only problem I have still is I still can't reconcile what we saw in the first issue of all these dead kids.
Well, maybe it was a red herring.
It might be, but I'm having trouble reconciling that. But still, it's a good book.
Okay.
the fuck was that?
What the?
Is that you?
Josh. I don't know what's going on.
I don't either. I also picked up The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl number 15.
Okay.
This was their Pizza Dog issue, which is just focused on Mew.
You mean this? Dun, 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 dun. Can I say
Yes.
the only disappointing thing about this issue?
No under the panel stuff?
None.
None. But then again, it's a cat.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop him from doing things for Tippy Toe.
No, I know. I like this a lot. This was fun. It's a nice kind of a breather issue for Squirrel Girl. So, A+ effort.
I agree.
The only thing I'm annoyed about is Taskmaster's one of my favorite villains.
And they punked him out.
And we didn't see any of it. And it sounds like the fight was amazing.
Well, I think that was the whole point. It was so amazing, but we don't get to see it.
Bummer.
I don't know. I'm really trying to figure this thing out to add this guy. I don't know how to do it.
That's fine. I'll keep talking while you work on that.
What else you got?
I got All New X-Men number 16.
Yeah.
Continuing this Inferno.
This is another kind of like quick couple issue arc instead of a full-on 6-issue arc. I realized rapidly I don't care for the Goblin Queen as an X character.
She's not my favorite, and I know she's very involved in previous X lore. So I get it. My favorite moment of this is actually Beast fucking up with magic.
Yes, repeatedly, because there's never a bad time for Beast screwing up with something.
He's the worst.
Always the worst.
Always the worst.
Without fail.
Yes. I'm glad this arc is over with the Goblin Queen. I'm ready for them to
move on.
Start doing something. Yes. I Detective Comics number 946.
Yeah, did not see that coming.
No, this is the end of the Victim Syndicate, or no, the penultimate issue of the Victim Syndicate.
Yeah. I love the Victim Syndicate.
I do too. I think they're great, and I really enjoy the way that the team came together to take them all out individually, which was not by punching them in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the Scarecrow one. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, I liked how Clayface took out Mudface.
Yes, I thought that was really nice. Detective Comics is amazing.
Yes,
it's the best teen book in DC at the moment. So,
what I really enjoy is the fact that they're building up this Tim Drake thing, and the audience knows something happened. We don't know the exact nature of it,
but we know Tim is alive.
Yeah, but they're really milking it for the drama across all the Bat books, and I kind of really dig it.
Yes. You faded out for a second. I didn't hear anything you said.
Oh, well, I'm sure it's fine.
Okay. I also have Wonder Woman number 12. Continuing the year one Wonder Woman story.
Year one Wonder Woman story.
I really like year one Wonder Woman. There's something very charming about it.
It's because it's great. It's not bogged down with any baggage, and it's telling a really good story. Yeah,
I feel like I may be wrong about this. But I feel like we haven't had a good Wonder Woman year one kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. We never did.
And this is a great job of kind of setting up how she's learning about man's world and everything.
I agree.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were going with anywhere else. I'm sorry, Josh keeps messaging, trying to figure out why he can't get on, and I don't know what to tell him.
Just mentioned, say it must have something to do with the fact that we're already broadcasting.
I know, but
Seems the most likely.
I know other people can join midstream if they have the link. Like I've seen it happen before, so I don't know what's going on.
I don't either. Google has not worked for us the way it works for other people, though.
No, that is true. But anyway, keep going.
The final book I got that I actually read, because I haven't finished reading everything, was Supergirl #4.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I am not enjoying Supergirl so far as a book.
No?
No. I am like just, I guess, surprised and a little disappointed that this is Steve Orlando writing this book, because it's doing nothing for me. I find it boring. I don't know. Like I'm slogging through it because I want to give it a shot and hope it turns around on me, because I love the creative director and I love the fact that it's a new Supergirl book. But man, the storyline with her dad being Cyborg Superman and blah blah blah, I'm just like I can't care at all. It's upsetting because I love. In theory, I should love it.
No, I'm inclined to agree with you, and I think Supergirl is a little too slavish to its synergy. You know, Cyborg Superman's in this book because he's on the TV show. You know, Catco and the DEO and everything are all there because they're tied to the show. And while that's not a bad thing necessarily, it feels a little weighted down by all that.
Okay.
I didn't really love this issue either. I'm hoping once we get past this first arc of, you know, Cyborg Superman and Argo City and all that nonsense, that we can, you know, really sink our teeth at some good Supergirl stuff.
Okay.
But we'll have to see.
So that's all you've read?
Yes, I have Totally Awesome Hulk and Spider-Man 10. Totally Awesome Hulk I'm going to read after we're done, and Spider-Man I'm not reading until after Civil War finishes.
You know, let's talk about it. I'll briefly mention it this time because this issue was absolutely fantastic. However, this is definitely an issue that was designed to have originally come out after Civil War II was finished, because this is an epilogue book that details Miles recounting all of the events that transpired on the Capitol Hill to everyone back home once he's returned.
Oh.
And it spoils the end of Civil War. And at this point, I'm not surprised. It happened with Secret Wars. It happened with Secret Invasion. It happened with whatever that stupid one in between the big ones was. Original Sin.
AVX.
It happened with AVX. They just they delay their main event, and then the books they had slated to spin off of the new Status Quo start coming out, and it's all out of whack in order, and I don't like it.
It is classic Marvel.
But the issue's really good, and I think that's all that matters.
Yeah, I look forward to reading it when Civil War finishes.
Next up, Chris.
Yeah.
So this issue of Hal Jordan, I think you would really like this arc. You know why?
Why?
Well, it involves both the Sinestro Corps and the Green Lantern Corps getting captured and bottled up by Brainiac.
Oh, neat.
On a planet. He tricks the Green Lantern Corps to the planet of Tomar Ray's people. And while they're saving them, the Sinestro Corps shows up because they're also policing the galaxy. And Brainiac's like, oh, I got 2 for 1. And then you find out that Brainiac is now working for someone called the Grand Collector. And he's collecting all these people for the Grand Collector. And I'm going to show you the first page.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And you know who
it's very Marvel.
You know who the Grand Collector is?
Who? Of course it is. Perfect.
I fucking love it. My boy is back. Like, look, he even changed Brainiac. And
that's amazing. We haven't seen Larfleeze in literally forever.
Since his own story got canceled. And even then, it didn't really count because that was dumb.
It was real bad.
And we got a journey of Hal Jordan in the Emerald Dream, meeting all the dead lanterns while Kyle Rayner worked to bring them back. It was just overall this arc called Bottled Light has been fantastic so far.
That's cool.
Next up, we have the last part of the new arc of Descender.
I missed that.
And this does one of those cool things we really enjoy in books, where it's got 3 concurrent storylines going on, where one storyline, a second storyline, and a third storyline, and the whole book tells 3 stories as they happen simultaneously. Most of the book is done without words, and it just lets the art tell the story. It's really good. That's
very cool.
Yeah, this issue is very good. Shit's about to go down for Tim 21 and the gang.
I'm annoyed that I missed it.
Mark Millar, and Greg Capullo's Reborn. We're starting to get more into the mix of what's going on in the world, where the world building is expanding, where we meet we drift ourselves onto the evil side of eternity, and we meet some of the more unscrupulous folks, and we basically without going too much into it, because honestly not much happened this issue. This is definitely where we are in the world building part of Arc 1, where we're just kind of being shunted around to new locales, meeting new people and stuff to kind of just flesh out the world. But it's a wild ride so far.
Neat. Okay.
Finally, the most unnecessarily high price tag book of the week, Inhumans vs. X-Men #1. And in all honesty, when I saw that, I was like, I don't know. But then I read it in the store because, at that point you have to make sure you like it. Yeah. And Charles Toulé's on fire with this, and it helps that it's co-written by Jeff Lemire. But really, you know what it is? And I think it's just Lenial Yu is on art. And there's just something about his art that lets you know that you are in for an event book. Like, he does not work on, scrub books. This man is only called in when it's time to get down.
Yes, basically.
And this issue is basically Beast telling them all, hey, guys, we have to leave Earth because mutants can't live here anymore. And all the other mutants are like, actually, we've been working on a plan while you've been all buddy-buddy. Sucks to be you. And then Storm electrocutes him and knocks him out so they can start preemptive striking the Inhumans.
Mm-hmm.
And they take out Black Bolt and Karnak and Lockjaw. And then the episode ends with them advancing on Medusa. So it was really damn good.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that was my books this week. So let's talk some games and then call it a night.
Okay.
Bruh.
Yeah, all right, bro.
Don't you bruh me.
All right, bro.
But bruh, why? All right, so Chris.
Yes.
What have you been playing this week?
Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah? How do you enjoy it so far without spoiling nothing?
Without spoiling anything, I'm still having a lot of fun in it. I'm grinding up levels so I can continue on with the main story.
Mm-hmm.
I jumped 5 chapters in a night without paying attention.
That's awesome.
I believe when we last talked, I was on chapter 3.
So I assume.
And I'm currently somewhere on chapter 8.
Nice.
And I was just following the main storyline. I don't know what happened, and I was so far ahead.
Well, that's good. Well, I know some chapters are just chock full of side quests and stuff, and then when you actually start progressing, it can go pretty quick.
Yes, I'm currently grinding up some side quests before I move on to the next island, which I believe is my next goal.
Okay.
I'm trying to hit level 40 with everyone before then, so
nice.
I really like it.
Good.
The main thing that's really cool is I finally was able to summon Rama.
Yeah, that's a game changer right there.
The summons are a big effing deal in this game. They are so cool. And you can't do them all the time. The game says when you can, and when you can use him, it's an instant kill every time.
But it's awesome.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
Love it. But that's all I've had time for. I just grind out missions.
Okay.
I spent an hour fishing the other night.
Really?
Fishing.
Dude, the fishing minigame, I don't even know how to explain it, how they decided to make it so addictive.
Yeah.
But also, you know what I think they don't get enough credit for doing? Is Prompto taking selfies and pictures of you that you can then share on social media.
I like Prompto's pictures.
What?
I really like Prompto's picture taking.
But it's such an not underappreciated because people are loving it, but no one's really talking about how genius and viral markety that whole thing is. Like, it's perpetual. It's PS4 share, but on a game-wide scale. It encourages you to share, and it then propagates people talking about Final Fantasy 15 on social media more, and it's genius.
No, yeah, I agree. It's awesome. I like going through and seeing what other people have taken photos of.
Exactly, and I bring that up because almost everyone on my Twitter feed is tweeting out their fish catches. Also, the spiritual sequel to Valkyria Chronicles is coming to the West, Valkyria Revolution, and it's coming to PS4, Xbox One, and believe it or not, Chris, the Vita. I know. Dude, Japan will not stop supporting the Vita. Like, between World of Final Fantasy, between all of the Namco Bandai games, between Square Enix, and now Sega, and then you get Atlas and Nippon Ichi and all these Japanese games. Like, it is an RPG wet dream machine. It's just if you're looking for anything outside of Japan or indie games, unfortunately in America, if you can't play Call of Duty or Battlefield or a shooter on it, it's dead.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame that it's such an expensive niche thing.
But it's so good. I love it.
Yeah.
Womp womp. What was I going to say? So The Last Guardian came out. That's been the big deal this week. I've seen people's impressions, and it's them just recording them watching the ending, and it's just nonstop tears all the time.
Yes.
The general consensus has been that the camera and controls are wonky. The frame rate's not great, but it was the same for Ico and Shadow of the Colossus, so it's almost as if those people had accepted that that's what was going to happen. But everyone talks about how the story and the emotions are so strong that it carries it. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, that lines up with what I've seen online about it. Because I'm not playing this. There's no way I could not.
It's not for you, Chris.
It's not for me. But the people, it's because the people who like Ico and like Shadow of the Colossus and have accepted everything love it. Will brook no argument against it.
Well, that's
everyone else is just
or true.
Yeah.
I mean, people, like I said, people are admitting that the game has faults. They're just saying that the experience of the game outweighs the issues.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, Chris. Did you know that right now Lost Odyssey is free to download on Xbox One? They just edited it as a backwards compatibility game, and it's free.
Hell yeah! I'm about to purchase it on Xbox.
I did.
As soon as we're done.
I just did. Just because, how can you miss that? You know?
I don't know. I'd like to finish it at some point.
Pokemon Go's new update is starting to add second generation Pokemon.
Neat.
But right now they're only babies that can be hatched from eggs.
Oh no.
Yeah. So it's not a full-on update yet. We probably won't get true gold and silver Pokedex until the 1-year anniversary. But yeah. Hey Chris.
Yeah.
Remember how the PlayStation 4 has just kind of been a non-stop domination machine in the sales?
Has it?
Well, it's been crazy fast selling. We've talked about it multiple times.
Oh yeah.
Well, it just won the November NPD thing.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, hey, Doug just started talking about it. Yeah, NPD numbers came in. PlayStation 4 and Xbox One sold crazy well, but for the first November in this console cycle, Sony took it. Normally, November is like the 1 month a year that Xbox wins the NPD because they always do these crazy sales and stuff. But this year, the crazy sales on top of the release of the PlayStation Pro propped them up above. So that's been very interesting to see. And they also followed it up by announcing that the PlayStation 4 has now surpassed 50 million consoles sold, which is just crazy pants.
That's really exciting.
I don't even know how to describe that, but that's the news.
I think you did a good job with it.
Well, thank you. Also, Dead Rising 4 came out, and that has been doing fairly well as well. Both Dead Rising 4 and Last Guardian battled it out on the charts in December so far, the first week of December, with Dead Rising 4 selling more, which really shouldn't surprise anybody.
No.
An established sequel to a loved franchise versus the most niche game in niche gaming.
I will say, browsing through Twitch, a lot of people were replaying Dead Risings 1 to 3.
Well, that's because they re-released them as HD remasters on the PS4 and Xbox One, so it made it really easy to stream it.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where they're popular, and I think people kind of forgot that, and then 4's coming out, and it's been re-released, so everyone's kind of
precisely. So, Chris, how about that Rogue One?
I've got my tickets for Sunday afternoon.
What is up with you waiting so long to watch movies now? It makes me sad.
Well, Callie, my fiance, is a very busy bee at this time of year, and I take my times when I can get them.
That's some poop, Chris.
Is it?
Bruh, yes. Poop,
Why?
Because I said so. All the poop.
Yeah.
Just saying.
When are you seeing it?
Thursday, tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck me, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Finally, I guess I should talk about what I played this week.
What did you play this week? You played a lot of things.
No, well, it hasn't been much. Like, I've played a lot of different things, but I haven't invested a lot of time in each of them this week because of work. And over the weekend, we were busy. And it's been a lot of stuff going on since our last show. But a little bit of Final Fantasy 15. A lot more Watch Dogs 2. I'm trying to finish that so I can truly delve into 15. But
How
really,
long are you in Watch Dogs 2?
I don't know. There's not really like a progress tracker. I think I've done all the side missions, and now I'm progressing. There was the first true like story mission, Chris, is amazing. You basically break into the video game version of Scientology and prove that they're fake, and release their like blackmail on all the different celebrities, and
that's cool.
Take it down. Yeah, and then it culminates in this, and then you break into essentially their version of LinkedIn. And you try and hack the CEO, and you find like the first big plot twist occurs, and it ends up with you going to their version of Burning Man. And that's really what I love about Watch Dogs. Like, they changed the names to be like homages to things you know about, but it makes the game feel really contemporary and much more lighthearted than Watch Dogs 1. Although we did get our first cameo with Aiden Pierce.
Oh, neat.
T-Bone or T-Dog. I forgot what his hacker buddy name friend in the first game was. But yeah, you help Aiden Pierce out, escape an ambush by a bunch of gangs that were setting them up.
I wonder if Watch Dogs 2's contemporariness is going to hurt it in the future.
No,
like a replayability kind of thing.
Because it's not. It doesn't. It's not like it's making dank memes all the time. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, it'll encapsulate this era of social media being the end-all, be-all of our existence. And so if that ever changes, sure, we'll look back on it quaintly like we do games that referenced, that have like when you watch a movie and they pull out a computer and it's a big old Apple II from the 80s or something. But
Yeah.
I don't think it'll affect it negatively. And then finally, what I've been playing, Chris, is a little game called Picross 3D 2.
Oh.
And I am I'm on puzzle 239, and I've no idea. It never seems to stop. But I have played everything on hard, which has made everything really difficult, but also incredibly satisfying when you finish it. It's so addictive. Like, you'll beat one, and you're like, I can do one more. And then you beat that one, and you're like, one more. And then 2 hours pass, and I'm like, I should be asleep. But it's really good. I love it.
Oh, good.
So that's all I played this week. So that about wraps it up for us. No real other gaming news because it's the holidays and everything's out, so no one's talking about anything. But yeah, gangster.
Yeah, indeed. I think the shows are going to get a lot shorter as the year goes on because nothing's happening.
Yeah, until January when all the games start hitting again.
Exactly.
All right, buddy.
I'm Chris.
I'm Matt. We're the NOLA Nerds, and we will see you later.
Peace out.
Peace.